Fox back. Welcome back to Five Nights at Candy's. Let's not dawdle anymore. Let's just get started. Okay, less of that. That's gonna just destroy my throat so much. Yeah, let's go. Hi, Jojo.
You have one new message.
Hello? Looks like you're doing a fine job.
Yep.
I mean, you're still here. You're already, like, practically as good as the last guard we had.
Thanks.
Except, of course, he got fired in the end. But, yeah, he kind of damaged one of the animatronics during his shift. I mean, you wouldn't do that, would you? No way. I guess he went a little crazy, being alone in the dark each night. You know that character that the kids can draw on, Blank, I think? Yeah, I always really liked that one. It's a brilliant concept. Yeah, his suit is made out of some special plastic stuff, I think, that the kids can come in and, grab a crayon and start drawing on his head or his arms. Some of the others here think that he looks a bit scary after that whole security guard thing. We tried our best to fix him, but parts of him, like his left hand and the back of his head, are still missing. But the kids don't really seem to mind it, so it's not a major issue. Yeah. From what we can tell, his head got a real beating, so he might act a little strange. Like, he sometimes tried to get into the office through the window, and he even managed to crack the glass slightly once. Yeah, if he leaves the drawing room, just shut the window door so he doesn't break the glass. Those old ones couldn't really see glass very well. By the way, we're expecting more customers over the course of the next days,
Right.
So next week we may need you on the day shift too, if you're up for it. Well anyway, have a good night.
Cool. So now both Old Candy and Blank are active. Just what I always wanted. I honestly wasn't wasn't expecting Old Candy, which is this one right here, to be active on night 3. But I guess he is. I just didn't recall that. Now, unlike other, well, I guess you can say unlike the FNAF games, there isn't really, to my knowledge, any auditory clue as to when there's someone at your door. Even though in the FNAF games with doors, there is no audio cue, aside from FNAF 4, in which case I say that one can just go die in a fire. Oh, no one at the thing, okay. But yeah, that's what, I guess you can say Blank's like Foxy from the first game, except that, he doesn't have, like, any sort of, you don't need to constantly check him like you do Foxy. You still need to check him, obviously, to know when he's about to smash the glass. But, he's like him in terms of the fact that in order to trigger him hitting the door, or in this case the glass, faster, you look at a certain camera, obviously with the lights on, so you can see. Is Old Candy still in here? Yeah. I'm guessing Old Candy either isn't supposed to be active, or is on a very low activity scale. Maybe like 2 or 3 at the most. Because he's not really moving, and I don't think this game plays like the other ones, where if you find someone on the cameras, they get stuck there. But this is sort of what I do for the 720 mode, as I call it, in this game. Exactly what I'm doing. It's kind of like my tactic for Five Nights at Freddy's 1, The one I was doing that kept failing. I don't know. It's like my normal tactic, except much faster. Okay, he's good. I didn't expect him to be gone so quickly. And Blank's looking back at the camera. Okay, Blank has his stages, kind of like Foxy, where he's either not looking, he's looking, or he's standing outside, and then obviously completely off screen. But, I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Jojo. As you notice, he has like his own current place like Foxy does in the first game. He, to my knowledge, does not act like Foxy either, in terms of the fact where he needs to like basically be looked at. Also, I'm not sure if Penguin is active on this night. I'll close these two for a second and look around real quick for Penguin. Penguin's really small. Yeah, Penguin's active. Okay. I just wanted to quickly check that. I don't know, maybe like looking at the animatronics does sort of freeze them in place, because Old Candy hasn't moved much. There were the times where Old Candy was peeking out from behind the wall, and now he's... Well, now Blank's standing up, but now Old Candy's also standing up, as he has been for the past 3 hours of the night. These nights seem to go much faster than the nights do in the Five Nights at Freddy's series, as if like they're actually like each 60 seconds is a minute, or an hour rather. Alright, Penguin's gone, Jojo's gone. Cool. Alright, Old Candy's gone. Okay, he's there. It's always good to check where they are. As I said in the last one, where the others are. Because their eyes don't emit light, so you can't see them when they're at the door. Which means that if you were to just open the door while they were there, you wouldn't be able to tell if they were gone or not. They could be standing there, they could not be, which is why it's useful that it retains the colors. Hopefully, I don't think Blank takes power when he bashes the window. Aside from the power you need to close the window and use the night vision, obviously. Okay, that was actually much quicker, so he must have like left the room just as I switched cameras before, because that was much quicker than I anticipated. I'm glad I put that down. Whenever an animatronic gets into the room, it's never basically instant death like Five Nights at Freddy's, unless you put the camera down, or like put it up and then down. Like, you can still live on for probably a lot more longer than you deserve. And if you want to last even longer if an animatronic gets in your room, what I can recommend is actually running yourself out of power only if it's 5 a.m. because then you have a chance to still survive the night if you do run out of power. There's also a glitch in Five Nights at Candy's 2 that I'll be discussing when I do Five Nights at Candy's 2. Anyway, loading more feed. Alright, still bloody. There's sort of things with police crossing lines. Hey, Louie, Puppet, whatever you want to call it. September 24th, 1987. You're having a seizure. I'm just gonna look this way. Are you gone now? Nope, you're just having a seizure even closer to me. Well, isn't that just great? Now, I'm no master of this game, nor have I been the main nights enough to know, But I think everything plays out the same if you just don't move those cameras and the feed things at all. Don't quote me on that though. You have one new message.
Hello? Just checking in, making sure you're A-okay. So remember that previous security guard I told you about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a call from the police today. Apparently he has gone missing. I guess he actually was a bit crazy. I remember, like, the day before his last night of the week, he asked me to be with him on his shift that night. He told me there was something he had to show me. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Although I declined, he still showed up for his shift. So, then of course, the next morning we found out that blank character had been severely damaged, you know. And then we checked the surveillance equipment. We found out that he had brought a wrench and completely smashed blank. He had also left the building in the middle of his shift after that. I mean, he must have, you know, he was nowhere to be found the next morning. We couldn't contact him or anything. So the manager just fired him and sent him a pink slip, you know. Anyway, I'll leave you to your work. Yeah, stay tight and we'll talk again tomorrow. Have a good night.
Alright, thanks, dude. Just tell me a story about some guy who damaged blank. Sounds real great. Really instills confidence in my night where I have to watch blank, doesn't it? My throat is still trying to recover from being sick, guys. I'm sorry. I'm also sorry that the audio is crap, because I have to turn my audio up, which gets a lot of background noise, and then I have to turn the game's audio down, just in general, so you guys can hear me. But I'm sure this problem will resolve itself once I get my proper mic, which should be coming near the end of the month. So hopefully by then I can give you guys some better audio. I kind of messed up my rhythm there. Yeah. This is probably gone. Just like the normal 720 mode, even though I'm not doing 720 mode or 1020 mode, you want to just be very quick about what you're doing, and very observant, and very precise. Less so because there's no lights. Alright, he's gone. Alright, I guess he's completely gone. Really helps with my job of watching over the building, I guess. It's honestly panicking me that I don't know where he is. Sorry if you guys can't keep track of what I'm doing when I rapidly switch cameras like that. I swear that I can tell what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, he went back behind the wall. Now, don't quote me on this for those of you who know the animatronic that I'm keeping secret until it appears. But, I think when that one goes through the door, there is like a low humming sound that's heard. Again, don't quote me on this, but I think that is the case. Blank hasn't been very active, and I hope he isn't for the rest of the night. Because I want this series to have, like, no struggles. I will have somewhat more struggles in Five Nights at Candy's 2. Especially in 720 mode. I don't think I've, legitimately been the 720 mode of, Five Nights at Candy's 2. And I say that because of, the glitch that I had mentioned earlier. Which, like I said, I'll be addressing. Mainly because, it's such a funny and rare happening. So, Cam 8. Excuse me. What you could do, and what I rarely do, is you can check the camera that's one ahead of the animatronic that you know will be going there. Like say for instance JoJo isn't at cam 7, but Old Candy is at cam 8. That means that you can watch cam 7 for when Old Candy appears there. If you guys get what I mean by that. It's basically like pre-orchestrating yourself for what's to come. And because cam 7's like the room just before Old Candy's at your door, if you don't see him in the door or if you don't see him in cam 7 and you know that he's not in a prior room, this can work with the other animatronic too. Then you can basically know when to close and when not to and all that good stuff. We'll have to check the door though for when he's gone, which is a bit of a downside. I will have to focus, but I'll still do live commentary for 720 mode, guys, because unlike Five Nights at Candy's 2, there is a sort of sign, I guess you can say, as to when, or there is a bit of like actual skill involved rather than Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Kind of like with Five Nights at Freddy's 2 1020 mode, how there's actual skill to do with that. I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence. My hand is shaking. It's not from being scared either. Honestly, I've played these games so much that they don't scare me. Not anymore. Not because I kept getting jump scared, but because I've played way too many games of them, so I know what's good tactics and what's not. Though a game like Pop Goes, I don't know good tactics for that, and I would not be good at that anyway. Alright, he's gone. I will note though that the animatronic I'm keeping secret, that one does go to the right door. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in the last video. If I did, then I'm just being redundant. But yeah, he goes to the right door, much like how Old Candy goes to the left door. I guess you can compare them to like how Old Candy kind of looks like Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. And the one I'm keeping secret, as a note, is sort of like an orange-ish yellow. Or more like a beige, really. I didn't have to be so panic-induced with that one, it was just Penguin. Okay. Yeah. So far, no deaths. 0 on the death toll. Who would have thunk? I would have thunk. The video feed, huh? Well, it's actually just loading feed. There's no guarantee for video here, guys. Hi, Candy, Cindy, how you doing? Oh, hey, Louie. It's September 25th, 1987. And there's Candy and Cindy again. And now Louie is gone. And hi, Candy, Cindy. I'll just, okay. I guess they didn't like me looking away. But, yeah. Next episode, we're hopefully going to do, the 5th night. Or, not hopefully, we are going to be doing the 5th night. And hopefully the 6th night if I can pull it off. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a while. I just got in to test it a bit, and then I cleared my data. But anyway, I'll see you later, Foxpack.